It's on their side.
Kimsigana.
Naam, bila shaka hii ni runinga ya KDR ikiwa tunapeperusha matangazo yetu ya moja kwa moja kutoka kwenye mji huu wa Garissa kwenye kaunti ya Garissa. Mahali ambapo Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga ambaye ni kiongozi wa Azimio One Kenya, Mheshimiwa anatarajiwa na viongozi kama vile Mheshimiwa Karua ambaye ni mgombea mwenza pamoja na Mheshimiwa Speedy Musyoka wanatarajiwa baada ya dakika chache, na vile vile tumeelezwa kwamba Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga ataandamana pamoja na viongozi wa serikalini kama wale wabunge ambao pia wanatarajiwa hapa, mmoja akiwa Mheshimiwa Mohamed, yule pia mwingine pia ambaye anatarajiwa ni pamoja na Mheshimiwa Gaborone ambaye ni mbunge wa Embakasi Mashariki, na vile vile viongozi ambao wanatarajiwa hapa ni wengi mno, na tutawaletea matangazo haya moja kwa moja na tutakuwa hewani wale ambao wanatarajiwa kama sio wale wabunge wengine pia tutawajulisha ikiwa tutakuwa na viongozi ambao hatuko nayo kwenye list yetu. Na KDR tutaanza hivi sasa na hadi tamati. Kuanzia sasa Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga akifika hivi tutawaeleza vile itakavyokuwa
na hapa kuna wengi ambao wanatarajiwa pia kuungana na Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga kama wabunge ama viongozi ambao wanawania viti mbalimbali kama vile wawania wodi ama MCS na wale ambao wanawania kiti cha eneo bunge la Garissa hapa Garissa, na pia vile wale magavana ambao pia vile wako kwenye mrengo wa Azimio One Kenya pia vile wanatarajiwa hapa ili kumkaribisha Mheshimiwa Raila Amolo Odinga. Mheshimiwa Raila Amolo Odinga atakuwa wanawahutubia wananchi wa Kenya ambao wanaishi kule ughaibuni, mahali ambapo atatupatia ama ataongea nao kuhusiana na serikali serikali ambayo ataunda ikiwa atakuwa ameshinda kiti cha urais mwezi Agosti tarehe 9 mwaka huu. Na tutaendelea kuwaletea matangazo haya moja kwa moja kutoka hapa mjini Garissa katika kaunti la Garissa. Ungana nami Omari Musa tukiwaletea matangazo haya moja kwa moja. Kwako Mheshimiwa Ben hapo jijini New York, Marekani. Asante.
Hapa Marekani, mimi mwenyewe najulikana kama Rosemary Musumba kutoka Budalangi, Busia County. Lakini mimi naishi hapa Marekani, mji wa New York City. Ni furaha kubwa. Kabla sijaendelea zaidi, nataka nimkaribishe mwenzangu ambaye ni Global Chair, Bwana Atonga. Tom Atonga, kwako.
Office approval. Kenyan professors in the US will be talking about it too. Obviously, in the state of Minnesota. But hopefully you guys are going to come back.
Hey everyone, hamjambo. My name is Anna Mwalago. I am a performing artist from Kenya. I am a singer, songwriter, storyteller, comedian, MC, actress, all that. And I right now live in the United States. And I just want to continue telling you that go and vote August 9th. And go and vote for Baba, Martha Karua, na watu wa Azimio. So I just wanted to share my poem dedicated to the work of Baba, Raila Amolo Odinga, and urging all Kenyans to go and vote for Baba, Martha Karua, and the Azimio people, because I am finally putting my stand. So this poem I want to dedicate is written by myself, Moyo Unagonga, Kenya. But before I start on the poem, please Check me out on my YouTube page, www.youtube.com/MamaAfricaAna. Subscribe. You'll see my YouTube videos. You'll see my comedy, my poetry, my acting. Also, you can check my website, anamwalago.com. Thank you, Kenyans, for supporting me all through the years. Tumetoka mbali na bado tunaendelea. Moyo unagonga Kenya. Hadithi njoo, nipe kiti nikunong'onezee. Kuna watu na viatu, kuna wakusema na yule wakutenda. Baba hasemi tu, yeye hutenda. Toka mwaka 1980 baba alitia mwito kuwakilisha haki na ungwana, kuwa mbele sio nyuma katika mapambano ya kisiasa, kusimama wima mbele ya Goliath bila kutikisika, kupigwa vita vya nje na ndani, vya kimwili na kiroho, mpaka kutiwa gerezani, na bado moyo uligonga Kenya. Ni binadamu yupi awezaye kula kucheka na maadui zake? Ni yule anaye ujasiri, aliyetengenezwa kwa chuma, mwenye roho ya dhahabu na bado roho inagonga Kenya. Ni yule aliyejitolea kufa kupona kutetea haki za wananchi wote bila ukabila, iwe Mtaita, Mkamba, Mkisii, Mkikuyu, Mjaluo, Mhindi au Mluya. Kweli wahenga walinena waliposema, kizuri chajiuza, kibaya chajitembeza. Ndio pasa tukafika kwenye handshake, kwani baba ana kivumbi cha masapoti. Tumenyimwa kufika Israeli, lakini safari hii nobody can stop reggae. Israeli tunaingia, barabara iko shwari, njia imefunguliwa. Musa kagonga mwamba, barabara imetawanyika. Pita tu baba, pole pole, twende tu hapo tu hadi kilele, kwani kutoka bara Hindi tupande mlima Taita, tushuke kwenye majani chai hadi ziwa Victoria. Twakuombea dua, Mungu akuweke, akufiche, akulinde, akuangazie, mwishowe akupe kiti cha uraisi, tukuite Raisi Raila Amolo Odinga. Asante.
Hear me? Okay, I hope people can hear me. My name is Bernard Kaviu, coming all the way from London in the United Kingdom. Tuko hapa na watu wa Azimio, watu wa baba na mama, sote tuko hapa na tunawakaribisha Wakenya wote pale mko. Leo ni siku ya kusherehekea kama Wakenya kuwa tuko na lineup timu yetu ambayo itashinda tarehe 9 ya mwezi wa 8. Thank you very much everyone. Welcome. This is our first ever virtual diaspora rally, where we are going to be having a discussion with our flag bearer and party leader, Bwana Raila Amolo Odinga, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. And I want to tell everyone that we are live all over. If you've not joined, please join. Use YouTube, use Facebook. We are live now. You can be able to participate in this. The Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila will be joining us shortly. So I'm just asking that let's all join, invite other people to join. Let's interact. On behalf of all the diaspora, we are saying it's time for change in our country, and a change is coming on the 9th of August. And Raila Amolo Odinga, together with Mama Martha Karua, will be carrying the day. We have no doubt about that. And today we just want to interact. Let's come together. Let's mobilize each other. This is just the beginning. And the future is bright. the change we've been fighting for, the third liberation is coming. Let's all be ready for this great Mandela moment. It's coming, and that's it. There's no change to that. I want to say on behalf of all diaspora that as Azimio, we are well represented, and today we just want to interact with our presidential candidate and hear his views and also interact, let him know that we got his back. Together we are going to make this happen come August the 9th. Here, I'm speaking from London in the United Kingdom, and I'm flagged by our global coordinator, Mr. Ali. Please, Mr. Ali, if you want to say something briefly.
Thank you. Kenyans all over the world, our distinguished guest today, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, the Deputy Leader of Azimio and the incoming Deputy President of Kenya, Honorable Martha Karua, all guests of honors, diaspora all over the world. Thank you very much. Today is a very great day. We are realizing the use of the media and, to gather all the people all over the world, the diaspora, to come and participate and interact with our leaders back home. That is, hello, yes. Yeah, if I may continue, sorry for the interruption. During the recent visit of His Excellency, the Right Honorable, to UK, he asked us, the diaspora, to use technology to, enhance development back home and, engage the people. Now, that is exactly what we are doing. This is the first biggest mega rally ever conducted by the diaspora. We are calling upon the diaspora to take full participation in the upcoming election. The diaspora have been engaged in several activities of importance. We know that not a large number of diaspora had registered to vote, but what we want to make clear to the world, to the Kenyans, is that tens of thousands of Kenyan diaspora are back home voting on the 9th of August. That is a very large number. And thousands more are going there on the ground to campaign. So we are all set, and we know this time it is Raila Odinga who will hold the leadership of Kenya. Recently, during Baba's visit to United States, Honorable Shaban stated that there is a need for diaspora investment bank. That is a very great initiative which we really appreciate. Again, I would like to appreciate the recently launched manifesto, which has never happened in Africa. It is one of the best manifesto, and that will take out the Kenyan from the economic shambles which is in now, and create opportunities for the youth. Thank you very much. I welcome you all, and I say Baba the Fifth inawezekana.
Thank you very much. That is our global leader, co-leader, Bwana Ali, all the way from Mandera in Kenya, residing in the United Kingdom. Like I said, my name is Bernard Kaviu. I'm the chairman of the Azimio Mobilization Committee, Global Committee. And today I want you to see here in the UK, it's not just me and Ali. We've got a lot of Azimio people who have come to say hello to Baba. Can we see the Azimio? Can we hear something from Azimio? Azimio! 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 Asanteni, asanteni sana, asanteni. As you can see, Baba is very popular here. We have no doubt he's going to be carrying the day. Thank you very much. I'll check with studio and let me see. Let's have some music, or we can have Jalango if he's around to say something. Thank you.
Azimio Tibim. Kwanza kabisa, I want to take this opportunity to welcome everybody on board. Okay. Secondly, I want to take this opportunity, as we always know, to thank and appreciate our partners or our friends and our brothers in South Africa for standing with Baba Raila Amolo Odinga, and to ensure that even though you are away from home, you still represent your home and your views and your thoughts. This is a patriotic move, and it's also a very interesting and I want to say a very interesting move to see that our brothers and sisters who went out in search of maybe greener pasture or because of 1, 2, 3 reasons still recognize and are preaching the gospel of Azimio outside Kenya. This is not because they are children of Raila Odinga in one way or the other, but it's just a sign that Baba is indeed a leader recognized even with our citizens who are staying abroad and outside Kenya. Yes. We thank you very much, and we want to appreciate your support for Baba up to this far, and we want to assure you that we also in here at home, we won't let you down. We are fighting day and night to ensure that our country gets a good leadership. Yes. Yes, sir. Na ni kwa sababu hii ndiposa tumekusanyika hapa kupeana shukrani teleteke kutoka kule Afrika Kusini kwa kusimama na Baba na kueneza ujumbe huu wa Azimio. Hii ni ishara tosha ya kwamba ndugu zetu hawajasahau manufaa yale ambayo Baba Raila Odinga ameleta katika taifa letu. Na vivyo hivyo tunawahakikishia kwamba tutasimama na tutatumia pumzi yetu ya mwisho kuhakikisha ya kwamba Baba Raila Odinga anapata kiti hii na kuelekeza nchi yetu mahali panapofaa.
Baba si mwizi.
Na kupitania hiyo, nataka kurudi na kuzungumza na wananchi wetu pamoja na wale ambao wako nje ya nchi. Tumeona katika runinga tofauti tofauti tukiwa na ile uongozi ya ulemavu, uongozi ya kudunisha vijana. Na nataka kuambia naibu wa rais William Samoei
My name is Sultan Mohammed Jama Ali Mohammed, born in Machakos district, Eastern Province, also raised in Nairobi. I'm part of Wajir, especially in Habaswein, at the Masajida. As supporters of Baba in diaspora, especially in South Africa, we are urging all the Kenyans, wherever they may be in the world, whether in diaspora, whether in Kenya, to vote en masse for Honorable Raila Odinga and her animate Mother Karua, of which we hope Baba will be the 5th President of the Republic of Kenya come August 9th. And the reason for me to urge Kenyans to vote for Raila is development record, anti-corruption crusade, and for him empowering the youth and fighting for the rights of Kenyans since independence. The other thing is that we need also some changes as far as political leadership in Kenya is concerned. In fact, since Kenya got independence in 1963, Kenya has been ruled by 2 tribes, the Kikuyus and the Kalejins. So this time round, we need a change. We need to see someone from another tribe. It doesn't matter whether it's a Luo or a Luya or a Kamba or a Somali, because we are all Kenyans and every Kenyan has the right to lead Kenya. Vote for the women folk, because many times we voted for men, but this year 2022 is the year of change, whereby also women should be granted leadership and see how they're going to run the country and as far as the county level is concerned. Thank you.
majina mimi naitwa Leo Muhammadin, nimetoka Kenya. Niko hapa South Africa sasa niko miaka 2. Na pia tangu nimekuja pia sikurudi, niko hapa kuendelea na maisha, niko kwa biashara, naendelea na biashara. Na kitu imenifanya sana ni support Raila. Ni Raila kwanza amempigania demokrasia miaka mingi, na miaka mingi pia alikuwa amemjaribu kutafuta president na hakupata. Na hii mara hii lakini naona dalili iko sawa, ndio maana nimefanya msupport. Na pia Raila pia nimemsupport kama vijana, pia agenda yake amesema kila vijana atapata kazi juu ataleta mafactory mingi, ndio vijana create too much employment. Ndio amenifanya vile ni support Raila. Na kitu kingine pia amenifanya ni support Raila. Raila ameangalia upande ya agenda akachagua Karua kama deputy president zake. Na tuko hapa kama hapa mahali mimi nasema inaitwa Mayfair. Tuko hapa na Wakenya wengi na wako na business hapa, wengine wanafanya biashara zao na wengine wanafanyia watu. Na pia siku ya election pia tunaenda kumpigia, tunaenda tu Pretoria, tunacha register, tunaenda kumpigia kura. Tuko pamoja, inawezekana.
So let us support Raila Odinga and Ahmed Abdullahi Jir. Let us stand Kenya together. Hatutaki vita, hatutaki violence. Unajua baba na President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta wamefanya handshake because of us Kenyans. So tukipata maendeleo tumsupport, kama tunataka maendeleo to support Raila Odinga for presidency 9 August.
Baba na Mother recognizes that agriculture is the backbone of Kenya's economy, and they are committed to ensuring that our farmers benefit to the full potential, to benefit all Kenyans. Baba na Mother are committed to bringing services near farmers in the community to ensure that they benefit with the services such as advice, soil testing, and any other services they require. They will be able to access grants, loans which are affordable, and also Bolea subsidized fertilizers to ensure that they maximize their full potential. If you look at me now here in the UK, I'm standing on a huge wheat farm, and it looks really beautiful. Across there are so many other different portions of land, and on the other side is an agricultural center where farmers can access their input. They can get advice from there, and also they can, have their crops bought there, and also animal products. This is what Baba na Mother government are hoping to bring in Kenya when they win the August elections. Baba na Mother are also committed to ensuring that the laws around agriculture, importation and exportation are implemented. We do not want to be importing sugar when we have sugarcane rotting in the farms. We do not want to be exporting coffee, then later importing Nescafe. We can do them here in Kenya, and we can have our industries where we are all going to benefit. Our youth, people will get jobs in the industry. They are also going to implement modern technology to ensure that, agriculture is up to date and it's maximized. Obviously, to improve the economy, because agriculture, again, it is the main activity or the main backbone of the Kenya's economy. Therefore, we are committed as a diaspora to work with Baba na Mother's government, and also Baba na Mother governments have also said that they are going to work with other stakeholders to ensure that each and every Kenyan benefit from what is great in our country, agriculture. Inawezekana. Tuchague Baba na Mother. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Bella Akinyi, Coordinator for Diaspora 2017 Presidential Secretariat, and immediate former aspirant for Governor Siaya County, ODM. I want to thank our next president, Raila Odinga, who is going to be the 5th president, for choosing a woman, Karua, because it demonstrates he really does believe in women. I also want to thank him in the 10-point manifesto for including women issues, important women issues. For example, in number 4, uchumi kwa kina mama and fukuza njaa. As a woman and diaspora, we have contributed towards this economy, not just by remittances. For example, we are in aquaculture, producing fish, the largest in Siaya County. We are talking about feeding the nation, and we are glad that we've been included in this agenda. As we grow our fish and our agricultural products, that is also part of the uchumi, and that is also part of what we are looking forward to be given more resources so that we can grow our businesses to the next level. I am glad that we've been recognized beyond being sisters, beyond being mothers, beyond being daughters, that we have a lot to contribute as women. And I'm glad that the 5th president has emulated to our leaders that us women can play a very important role. We will continue to get out the votes as diaspora. We will call back home. We will continue to go door to door as we are doing at the moment. We will continue to feed where we can, hoping that in the next leadership, as we approach the new leadership, we will act and goals. Thank you, Raila Odinga, for believing in diaspora, for believing in women. Thank you.
Kenyans, my name is Dennis Padek. I live in China currently. I come from county number 046, Nyamira County. One of the reasons why I support Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition is because of what they have pledged to do in the agricultural sector. I was reading that in a position to compete with the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition have pledged to improve infrastructure to implement it. Is going to place Kenya in the world maps. We want Kenya that is food secure. We want Kenya whereby Kenyan farmers have been exploited by middlemen. But the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition government is going to ensure that that is not going to happen. We only trust none other than Baba Raila Odinga to deliver this to the Kenyan population. Kenya will be food secure, and Kenya is going to feed other nations.
Sorry about that. Thank you very much, everyone. Like I said before, my name is Bernard Kaviu. Diaspora, I'm based in the United Kingdom in London, and I represent the Diaspora Global Mobilization Committee of which I'm the chairman. This is a committee that has organized this rally. I want to say a great thank you. This is really, really a great moment that we have the opportunity for Azimio to have in our presence the next president, the fifth president of the Republic of Kenya, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, in our presence. He has taken time from his busy schedule to listen, to be here, to grace this occasion for diaspora. This is a monumental moment, and we are very, very grateful. Baba na Mama, I must appreciate and welcome you all. Mama Martha Karua, our deputy president, come the 9th. Thank you very much for gracing this opportunity, and the other dignitaries. Just to say a few things, this rally is organized so that we in the diaspora can have an opportunity to interact with our next president. And I'm going to invite just a few people to say a few words before welcoming Papa to address us. So what I'm going to do is, because Baba has got a busy schedule, I'm going to ask Ali, our co-leader for diaspora, to come and say a few words, and then we'll pick it from there. Ali, please.
Thank you very much, Bernard. Your Excellency, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, Your Excellency, the Deputy Leader, Honorable Martha Karua, and all guests of honors, all Kenyans back home and Kenyans in the diaspora. Thank you very much. This is a very important moment today. I think what we are just conducting is a virtual rally that has never happened before. It's one of its kind, participated by over diaspora in 80 countries. And I think it is going to be a very important moment. Baba, we know that the terrain of northern Kenya and the climate condition, we know, put it off. Yeah, now, without talking long, recently when you came to the UK, you asked us, the diaspora, to use technology
to a diaspora rally. We have taken a long time to plan this. As I said, my name is Tom Uchenga Tonga. I'm joining this meeting from Gaborone in Botswana. Baba, we want to tell you that the entire diaspora is behind you and Mama Martha Karua. We are doing everything possible to ensure that this year, we are doing everything possible to ensure that come August the 9th, you win this election. We are supporting you for good reasons, and we want to tell everybody back home that it is not an election to take lightly. It holds the future of all of us as a country, and therefore we want to urge all Kenyans back home and all Kenyans in the diaspora to campaign really hard for you and Martha. We are already doing the same. We are happy that you've even made 2 trips to the diaspora. We understand how hectic your campaign is right now, and that is why we put together this global diaspora rally. We also want to change the type how we do our campaigns. I mean, this rally has reached 88 countries as of today. So there are people joining the rally in 88 countries around the world. Baba, we want you to know that the entire Kenyan diaspora is solidly behind you. We are working with the entire Azimio chapters in the whole world. Everybody has worked very hard. I had the pleasure to lead the coordination of this team. Unfortunately, today I'm having a bit of connectivity problem. And we also urge, those joining virtually that should there be any connectivity issues, please bear with us. We know that part of the things that Baba need to address is internet, the internet quality in Africa, the internet quality in Kenya, because internet has become a very, very critical resource for business and trade. So I think I'll hand over to my co-moderator, Bernard Cavio, because he seems to be having better internet, and every now and again I'll be coming through as we move along. So Mr. Bernard Cavio, if you could please take over as I try to check my internet again. Mr. Bernard? Mr. Bernard? Mr. Bernard Cavio? All right. Engineer Kebwato, can you just refer to the program, and let's get our next item on the agenda. I know that we were supposed to have a brief also speech by Mr. Otieno Mbok, who is a leader in the diaspora. If you could just give Mr. Otieno Mbok an opportunity to speak. Otherwise, you can invite, if Mr. Junet Mohammed is in the rally, to invite Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, Mama Martha, and finally invite Honorable Raila Odinga. If you could assist me with that, please.
There, okay, all right. Tom, I hear you now. I think Engineer Kibwato took his time to bring me online, all right? All right, so basically, going with our program, I'm going to invite, on our program, those who have looked at it, we were expecting Honorable Junet Mohammed to be in our midst, but since he is not with us, I'm going to ask Ali, who has already said a few words, just to say very quick words, and then we move on.
Thank you very much. I think the set protocol is that I was supposed to invite Honorable Junet Mohammed, but I don't know if he's available. If he's not available, then may I welcome Honorable Shabal to welcome the rest of the guests.
Asante sana. We are very happy to be addressing the Kenyans all over the world. This is the first time that a mega rally like this has been held. Glad to see that you have 88 countries, and we are speaking to you from Garissa, where Baba and Mama have come from a very long day of rallies across Wajir today. And on my right, on my left, I have His Excellency, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, our next president.
Hello, I am very happy to have an opportunity to talk to Kenyan in diaspora this evening. As you know, it is past 7 o'clock here, East African time. I was told that there are nearly 15,000 people participating in this rally this evening.
That one went off, you put that one. At least you should have left that one because the other one went off.
I think you continue. When they talk, then we'll put it on mute so we can hear.
Yeah, there was. I'm sorry about that. There was a little bit of a connection problem. But we, as you've been told, we've been for the last 2 days in northeastern Kenya. Yesterday we were in Mandera, and today we are in Wajir County, and this evening we are spending the night in Garissa. Tomorrow we will tour in Garissa County, and then return back to Nairobi. But we are all happy with the concerns that Kenyans diaspora are showing this particular time in these elections. We have always held the view that Kenyans in diaspora are part and parcel of the Kenyan community, and that they have a role to play in Kenya's development and including the electoral process. That's why we fought so hard to get the diasporas to have the vote, and also we fought so hard to get the diasporas to be able to have a dual citizenship. Where we are now, we are on the home stretch, and as far are confident that the Kenyans will in these coming elections. That's the reason why we're eager to discuss with the diaspora about our post-election relationship with the diaspora. We believe that Kenyan diaspora can play a much more productive role than they have been able to do so far. But we appreciate the contribution of the diasporas to our economy, which is fairly substantial. It is right now said to be about 4% of our GDP. During this last pandemic period, the diasporas came out very handy to the Kenyan economy. As you know, we make investments in their countries of origin in execution of this program. We also want the diaspora to participate in real estate development in the country. As you know, we have a plan to do construction of shelter as part of our strategy of moving Kenyans to a middle income status. And we think that the diaspora can again play a very major role in this regard. So we are going to create a ministry that is going to be, among others, in charge of the diaspora. And there will be a desk in the office of the president that will be liaising with that ministry to ensure that diaspora issues we would like, in conclusion, to say that the diasporans are encouraged not only in terms of elections, but in between elections, to really show their Kenyanness. I've said that our people need to be like the Jews, who there may be second, third, or fourth generation Americans. But when the mother Israel calls, they're always on hand to help. So we want to work together in this journey, and we have confidence that working together with our diaspora, Kenyan spirit, to be able to move us to the next stage, which is aimed at really achieving Vision 2030 by moving our country to a middle income status by the year 2030. I will at this stage invite my running mate, Madam Martha Wangari Karua, to also make a few remarks at this point in time. Karibu.
Thank you very much, and good morning to the diaspora who are listening now, because I bet that in some of your parts it's morning, but good morning or evening, whatever the case is. Just adding very little on what His Excellency Baba the Fifth, as we call him, has said. I want to first acknowledge that we know some of you are running for office in this election, and that's one way of participating in strengthening our democracy over and above your remittances. I also know that most of your investments have been affected by corruption and the slow-moving wheels of justice. And in the Azimio government, we will fight corruption. We will ensure that the wheels of justice move in real time. We will protect the investments of diaspora and also of the people living in Kenya. Every investor, whether local or diaspora, will be protected. So we are looking forward to working with you, working with the rest of Kenyans and all investors to ensure that we protect your investments so that we can grow together and we can encourage more of you to put money, especially in the construction, the housing, and all those issues that need your support. We also recognize that your experiences out there give you some unique expertise and unique experiences that may strengthen some of the things that we are doing. And therefore, when the time is ripe, and join us in nation building. That's all I would want to say for now, but to thank the organizers of this virtual rally and
the country.
Nadhif Jama, who of people abroad, Kenyans who went abroad, made board of the Capital Market Authority on Wednesday, and hopefully will get the license. We are going to make it possible now for Kenyans abroad to easily invest in a safe and secure way. So Baba is walking the talk. He says, let's do it, it's getting done. And we who are here back home are very confident that we're entering a new era of engagement. We're entering a new era in which the Kenyans abroad can come back and invest safely and have a say here. And I would like to take a minute to invite Nadhif Jama, because as I said, he's a 30-year investment banker with a lot of experience in the Middle East. Nadhif, karibu, ongea na wa Kenya.
My colleagues in the diaspora, I'm also extremely honored this evening to be part of this interactive session with Baba and the running mate, Madam Martha. What I think has been said is sufficient, but for me, as you have heard, I was also a diaspora person for many years. And having been the governor of Garissa County earlier, I also know really what we need out there from our country. And I think knowing Baba and knowing his intentions and knowing the Azimio, manifesto for that matter, I can confirm without fear of contradiction that there's a lot that is in place for the diaspora Kenyans to benefit from. For instance, I think the onus now will be on us as governors in each county to ensure that we mimic or actually work with the broader manifesto of the Azimio government, so that we also provide as counties opportunities and a good ground for the diasporans to invest in each county, so that the 47 counties can also be destinations for diaspora investments. So all I want to say is that under the government of Azimio, Baba and Mama here, you can rest assured that we will work together with them so that we provide serious and very comfortable opportunities for each of you out there to invest and bring back your hard-earned investments to the country. So we need you, we need each other, and rest assured that we will be together with Baba and the government to be of serious value proposition for all Kenyans out there. Asanteni sana na mbarikiwe.
There was one more issue that was raised during our Washington meeting with the diaspora, and that was the need for consular services across the United States. And Baba has also instructed that we should start looking at setting up honorary consulates across the United States and other large foreign countries. And we are confident we'll be first class and world class. So we are excited. We think the times are changing for the better. We think Kenya is going to be a much better country. We are sure that you will continue being more engaged and contributing more to the development, not just of your families, but of the country. So now we would like to hear from you. Baba, your concerns, and most important, your hopes and aspirations for this country.
Mr. Bernard Kavi, thank you so much, Baba and Mama Martha. We keep praying for you and your entire Azimio team, and we like for the Kenyans in the diaspora. I know that Kenyans would like to engage with you, but because of this kind of internet connectivity issues, we had lined up some videos, pre-recorded videos. I'm not sure if Engineer Kibwato could just play one or two of those videos so that Baba and Mama Martha and the entire team could also listen. Engineer Kibwato, if you could just play one or two videos, or select at least one video from Africa, one from Europe, one from the America, and one from Asia. They are very short 2-minute videos. So Engineer Kibwato, please, could you help us with that?
Your Excellency, Honorable Raila Odinga, Senior Counsel Honorable Martha Wangari Karua, ladies and gentlemen. The economy of Kenya is reaching a watershed moment. There is opportunities to further develop and enhance other sectors that will strengthen Kenya's economy and provide sustainable livelihood for our brothers and sisters. My name is Captain Faisal Saad. I undertook maritime studies and worked in the United Kingdom within the shipping industry for about 20 years. Following that, in the last 23 years, I've been working in the Middle East, in ports, and also in offshore oil and gas industries. I would like to briefly highlight opportunities in the blue economy that the incoming Azimio government should include in the development agenda. Kenya has very viable maritime infrastructure. In the Indian Ocean, we have Mombasa and the new Lamu port. And also in Lake Victoria, we have the Kisumu port. What we lack to take advantage of the blue economy is human capacity in terms of qualified and experienced seafarers at every level of maritime and logistics sectors. Reflecting on the experience opportunities in the blue economy that the incoming Azimio government should include in the development agenda. Kenya has very viable maritime infrastructure in the Indian Ocean.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I think what we've got a few people who would like to say something to Baba, please. This is Bernard Cavio. I'm speaking from the United Kingdom. And no, let him be live. I just want to show that where I am, there are Baba supporters, and I want everybody to see. I want Baba to see his support in the UK. We have got people here. Azimio, come on. Yes, Azimio. Azimio. Thank you, thank you. Hawa ni watu wa Baba. I want Baba to see. Na kuna mtu labda anataka kuuliza. Let Tony ask Baba a question. Here, Tony.
Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga and Your Excellency Mother Wangari Karua, our incoming Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. One of us, as we said here, I think the most important thing that some of us are very much interested in as a diaspora is a very concerted fight against corruption, because some of us believe very hard about the issue of corruption. And we know that since the last 30 years, you have been fighting this corruption. We would really want to know how the diaspora can support that war if you really get serious with it, because we know that you're going to get serious with it. And we know that we can put our own hands and head on this matter so that we can deal with this matter once and for all. Because we have traveled the world, we are in the UK, and we know the only reason why this country is surviving is because there is almost a zero tolerance for corruption. We know that that's the only problem in Kenya. We don't have any other problem. We have necessary resources in Kenya, and the only thing that we need to have is a proper fight against corruption. And that is what we
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's Tony. I also want to pose a question. We've heard many times that diaspora is going to count in the next government. And what I would like to hear from Baba himself, because you are here with us, we've been asking for nominations, either in Parliament or Senate. Can you today assure us that once you get into power, you form the next government, that there will be a nomination for diaspora either in the National Assembly or in the Senate, because this is very important to us. The other thing is we also want to know whether people living in diaspora will be considered for appointments to public service, because we've had problems because of some people who hold dual citizenship and those things. We want to know whether there will be a change to that. And the other thing is we are also having concerns about the appointments for ambassadors and attaches in the embassies. We strongly request, and we want to hear what is and problems of diaspora. So We are requesting to know whether we are going to have attaches from diaspora appointed in the high commissions and embassies, as well as high commissioners. Thank you. I'll also let Pastor Odima also to ask a question, and then Baba can address them, and also our Deputy President to be Honorable Mother Karua can address them.
Karua, our incoming president, and the deputy president. Mine is not much of a question, but just to let you know and to reassure you. You know, a lot of people have said a lot of things concerning the church, that the church is not backing Azimio or His Excellency Dr. Raila Odinga together with Martha, that they are not pro-church. May I correct the narrative from the diaspora? There's a wave right now across the continent, especially in Europe and especially in England where I am, that we are praying for you. If there's anything else that the church is looking forward to, and some of the things that some of my colleagues have brought in here, our hearts are yearning, we are praying. This election, Your Excellency, in the next few days from now, if you do not come in, or Azimio doesn't come in, we don't know where we're going to be. That is why we are praying for you. We are focused on you. We are here, and the church is praying for you. There's and prayer going left, right, and center. So mine is short to let you know that God is bringing you in. The 9th of the 8th at night by midnight, you are in, Your Excellency. You are in, you are in, you are in. God bless you. We are praying for you. Thank you so very much, because it's done.
Thank you. Azimio! Azimio! Okay, thank you. Let Baba address those questions. Thank you very much. There'll be another. Let him address this one.
We are praying. This election, Your Excellency, in the next few days from now, if you do not come in, or Azimio doesn't come in, we don't know where we're going to be. That's why we are praying for you. We are focused on you. We are here, and the church is praying for you. There's prayer going left, right, and center. So mine is short to let you know that it's bringing you in. The 9th of the 8th at night by midnight, you are in, Your Excellency. You are in, you are in, you are in. God bless you. We are praying for you. Thank you so very much, because it's done.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Let Baba address those questions. Thank you very much.
Well, there are 4 questions, and I am going to deal with 2 issues. The issue of appointments to the government services, and the other one is the issue of blue economy. And my colleague is going to deal with the issues of corruption, fighting against corruption, and the church, or religion generally. Now, first, about the blue economy. We understand and appreciate the potential of the blue economy in our country. It is an issue which we've been looking at ever since the Grand Coalition government. And we now are putting in place capacity to be able to really exploit our blue economy potential. You mentioned the Lamu port, Mombasa. We are also intending actually to put up another port in Shimoni, down in Kwale. Then also to revive some of the ports which were active during the colonial period, Lake Victoria, which have become dormant. Now, in terms of capacity building, our institutions are actually now creating capacity. Like Bandari University is now having a faculty dealing with blue economy. In Kisumu, we have just opened the other day a marine institute, which is actually training seafarers. And here we are going to actually have excess capacity in the near future. With regard to the issue of diaspora appointments in the services. First, as far as nominations are concerned, as you know that political parties have just submitted the list of nominations to the Electoral Commissions yesterday. To my knowledge, I'm not aware that the diasporans did apply to political parties, because if diasporans want to be nominated, they have to sit down and nominate or select a name or two of those whom they want to represent them in Parliament. But that is not really a big deal, because after the elections, we can always step down somebody who has already been nominated and give them appointment elsewhere in the executive, and then have diaspora nominate somebody to represent them. So that is an area where we can actually work together going forward in the future. With regard to diplomatic appointments, as you know that there have been a lot of politicization in this regard, that today nearly 50% of the diplomats are actually non-professionals, basically political appointees. This demoralizes the professional diplomats, those who joined the civil service and did trained in this specialized field, but are all the time being bypassed by appointment from outside the civil service, that people can only rise up to this level, but above that they cannot. That is to say, being appointed as ambassadors. So I know that you have got a number of people who are rotting in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, who are professional diplomats but are not being posted outside. So we are going to try to strike a balance where, yes, we allow a certain percentage of our diplomats to be from outside the civil service, but the bulk of them should really be career diplomats, people who have trained in that line of diplomacy. I think that is only fair and good for the people. It actually increases morale of the people in the service. That basically is going to be our approach to that subject. But now let me ask Martha to deal with the other issues of criminal justice system, how to deal with corruption, and secondly, our stand with regard to religion.
Thank you. In the fight against corruption, we are going to need support of the public, who include the diaspora. There cannot be a successful fight against corruption when it is as pervasive as it is in Kenya without support from 2002. The fight against corruption when the NAC government came in was aided by very far by the public. You may recall police officers being forced to return bribes by the public. The support the Michuki rules got from the public, who chose to walk rather than let the matatus disobey the rules. You will also recall that the Kenyatta International Conference Center was recovered by the public and returned to the government. We will therefore need the public this time round, and for that to happen, we need awareness and we need public confidence. Public confidence is brought by the actions, utterances, and body language of those in power. I want to commit that my principal and I are very committed to the fight against corruption, and we will demonstrate that commitment to inspire the public to rise up and support this fight. We will engage other arms of government, especially the law enforcement agencies, those in the criminal justice chain, including the judiciary, so that we all can be reading from the same script. If need be, we will have legal amendments to ensure there is a Speedy Trial Act so that we stop the circus of corruption cases staying in our courts years upon years. We need cases decided real time, and we need culprits sent to jail and those who are innocent returning to their work. So we will do certain necessary interventions which will aid us in the war against corruption. But we will need you for that awareness and for the support. Now, about religion. Our constitution does separate state and religion. And when you see competition starting talking about or sowing seeds of doubt on whether we believe we are members of any faith, it means they're bankrupt. Because our association with faith and with the religious organizations did not start with this election. We are senior citizens by now. We've been going to our respective churches. I happen to know my principal is an Anglican like me, but we do not have to prove to anyone. I have said, and I want to repeat, that although here on earth, our religious leaders are the representatives, so to say, of Christ in propagating the word, I do not recall anywhere in the Bible where Jesus Christ or God has an appointee who can judge people here on earth. Judgment will be before God for all of us. So nobody should plant seeds of doubt as to anyone's faith or attempt to judge. So we refuse to be judged by our competition, and we shall continue professing our faith, and we shall protect the freedom of worship as provided for in the Constitution. We will uphold the rule of law in all areas. And I want to invite the diaspora to, on a different note, to join political parties of choice. To be nominated, you got to be a member of a political party. So bear that in mind over and above what my principal has already said. I want to thank you.
Finally, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our diaspora for organizing this conversation. We found it very useful and very engaging. I'm told that continue, and therefore we'd like to wish you a very fruitful discussions in the process, and we hope that in the end you will come up with some resolutions which can be forwarded to us for consideration and possible inclusion in our final policy documents and implementation.
Thank you very much for inviting me to participate in this Azimio International Global Conference, and I'll discuss investment potentials for Nyandarua County. We have been ranked as the best county to invest in, and the most productive county and the most improved county in terms of creating and developing infrastructure that is going to attract foreign investments and foreign direct investments into our county. We have also been able to get clean audit reports in the way we manage our finances, and we have also been leading as the #1 county out of the 47 in terms of the World Bank assessment of the most competent county public services. So in terms of agriculture, in the interest of time, we have 100,000 hectares that are available for investments, for contract farming, and I would like to invite our foreign investors and local investors to come in and contract our farmers, which the county can organize. We have very strong cooperative systems, and so it is very easy to manage our farmers into organized contract farmers to engage in things like milk production, potato production, in the growth
of our Kenyan people. Your Excellency, indeed, the Inua Jamii 6K per household program that you endear to implement as soon as you clinch the presidency in the 2022 August polls, for sure points at your dream economic liberation of Kenya, an issue that occupies a significant proportion of your heart. Your Excellency, the Inua Jamii wako Rose.
Konko, Bella Kinyi alizungumza hapo awali, Dr. John Makori, na wakaribisha. Asanteni. La muhimu ni kwamba Azimio tuko njiani kuchukua usukani tarehe 9 Agosti. Kitu ambacho ningependa kuwaomba na Karua, siku ya tarehe 9, nyote ambao mna kadi mjitokeze kwa wingi. Usiseme kuwa mwenzako ndiye atapiga. Wewe lazima na wewe pia kupiga kura siku hiyo ili tujitambulishe. Lazima tusaidiane. Hili ni bega kwa bega, ambapo sisi sote hapo, baba mwenyewe akizungumzia kuwa atashikana na diaspora na atashikana na wazalendo wengine wa Kenya ili tufanye nini tarehe 9 waweze kuform the new administration. Na wakaribisha wenzangu ambao pia wako Marekani. Asanteni.
Hello, I'm Rose Nyakwaka from Toronto, Canada. Water is life. Safe drinking water, basic sanitation, and good hygiene practices are matters which are really close to my heart. 1/3 of the population does not have access to drinking water, and nearly 2/3 lack basic sanitation. Lack of water causes diseases, hunger, poverty, famine, malnutrition, and a whole host of other ills. Chronic diarrhea has a negative impact on both the physical and cognitive development of children. In addition, lack of wash facilities at schools can prevent students, especially girls, from attending school and reduce their educational achievements and later work productivity. Improving access to wash services can improve health, life expectancy, student learning, gender equality, also positively affect poverty reduction and socio-economic development. Access to safe water and sanitation at home changes everything for families in Kenya, giving them time to learn, earn, and care for their families and their farms. Wash services have to be provided to household locations and to schools, healthcare facilities, workplaces, markets, prisons, public transport locations, and public locations too. Baba has pledged to implement the Magic Kwa Kila Boma program to radically reverse the shortages and high cost of water and ensure access by all, particularly for the poor. Access to running potable water will positively affect many of the plans in the Azimio's 10-point program. For these reasons, I choose Raila Amolo Odinga and Martha Wangari Karua. Please vote them in on 9th August 2022 with Azimio inawezekana na itawezekana. Thank you for your time and God bless you.
Issues of disability becomes part of the central presidency, the Office on the Status of Disabled Persons, where the... My name is Dr. Thomas Ongolo. I was born and grew up in Kisumu, Kenya. We are currently very excited, very, very excited because Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga, through the handshake, has been able to relieve this divide, able to see this bringing back better the whole issue of development. How can Kenya be united? And with Azimio party and the running mates of Martha Karua and Baba and Mama in these 2022 elections, I think for us, some of us who are in the diaspora, gives us a lot of excitement. But most of all, having traversed across the length and breadth of Africa, I think the Azimio dream also has one important silver lining, and that is being able to recognize that persons with disability can be part of national development in Kenya. And I think that's critical. That's very critical because that can be actualized. It can be actualized when certain models can be incorporated into that kind of approach. We have such kind of example, for example, here in South Africa or in Namibia, Senegal, where issues of disability becomes part of the central presidency, the Office on the Status of Disabled Persons, where the office tracks issues of disability both horizontally across the ministry, but also vertically across the line government ministries, I mean, down to the counties government, and in other words, both at the national level and the regional level. So my appeal, especially to us who are in the diaspora, and especially the diaspora community, this is an opportunity. This is a rallying call for all of us, that we can give back to our country through. We are very also excited that this is an opportunity for some of us, especially those who are in the diaspora, to make sure that we give back in realizing the Kenyan dream. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Serone Chelule Jason, a professor of food biotechnology from Nandi County. I live in Germany with my family. We have been for 15 years. First as an associate professor at the Technical University of Munich, and another 8 years spent in the private sector. I am now a proud business owner. I'm going to talk to you about Baba na Kazi, the vision for Baba na Martha on job creation. Baba na Martha believe in science and technology and the power of enterprise in growing the economy. Government is a poor employer. The private sector is a great employer. A lot of our youth are languishing because there are no jobs after graduation. So many of us who live abroad support up to 20 people in our families back home. That is simply unsustainable. Baba intends to convert the brilliant ideas that the youth have into business by creating an enabling environment through business startups, which means Baba na Martha shall provide capital to enable our youth convert their brilliant ideas into businesses. Government departments like labor and economic development shall have a role of helping to nurture and mentor the young business entrepreneurs by holding their hands while government provides capital. Business angels shall be encouraged to provide their money, invest in these visions, while guaranteeing sound business management. We have to combat job unemployment, and one such way is through the effective and proven path of startups.
Your Excellency, Right Honorable Prime Minister and the fifth President in waiting, Brother Raila, Your Excellency, Deputy President and Principal Assistant of the fifth President, Senior Counsel, Madam Martha Wangari Karua, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brother Omar Farah, popularly known as Mtumishi. There are Middle East for more than 17 years in the financial sector as a lead auditor in information security management systems in the Ministry of Finance, and suggest that we, as we go ahead and win this election, because we will win. Azimio establishes a diaspora bank that will be able to champion investment for all people working and living abroad, which will help the country develop substantially. The remittances and investment funds that are coming from abroad are colossal, and they have helped the country stay afloat during Corona. We believe with the establishment of a diaspora bank, the diaspora can be a pillar of the economy of Kenya. Azimio inawezekana. May God bless Azimio. May God bless Kenya. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Charles Nyanya and I represent Asia. Right now, I'm standing in front of Bank of China, which people from Asia, name it Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Mongolia and China, remit their money through Bank of China. Now, here are the problems that we go through. One of the problems is that we are limited to remit money every day. So, for instance, if you have a problem back at home, your child is hospitalized, your family kin is hospitalized, they need fees urgently, we cannot do it immediately because the money that foreigners are supposed to remit is $500 per day. So that has been an obstacle to anybody who wants to do an investment. You cannot send money in lump sum as an investor who wants to invest back home. So China has really made some standard gauge for foreigners. And here's where I'm coming back to talk about to help those in diaspora setting up a diaspora bank, which would be a very valid point to start off, where we can have our bank no limit towards this once the member country has negotiated with the host country about their citizens. That's very vital for me and for the people all across China. We are looking forward for this. I really appreciate that Baba is taking this as a front measure of even having a cabinet standing for diaspora. Our embassies, which has been always in part to liaise with any Kenyan for any foreign activity, has let us down many times because they do have a red tape, even sometimes when you need to purpose of getting visas for your children, visas for your parents. It's been hell. Diaspora cabinet will be a very good solution for this. I support Baba, and I want to see this to be part of the ongoing.
My name is Maina Gatangi. I'm the chairman of Azimio la Umoja, One Kenya Alliance Party of United Kingdom chapter. I'll talk about manufacturing sector. We know big economies such as United Kingdom started major industrial revolution to jumpstart their economies. Our Kenyan version of the revolution, the third revolution, is based on turning around the economy. Manufacturing is at the heart of the economic revolution, which is a key agenda well articulated in the Mwamko Mpya manifesto of Azimio government. The manufacturing research development through institutions shall jumpstart and turn around the Kenyan economy. It will tap on skilled labor, local and global technologies to produce raw materials for further processing into finished products and secondary production of components and materials, SMEs, and will be a user of SME products and services, therefore creating a supply chain from top to bottom and vice versa. The sustainable development will be driven by efficiency in resource allocation, availability of affordable fuel and energy, transportation and financial investment sectors, along with direct foreign investment and realization of triple bottom effects in economic benefits, investing in unique skills, experience and professionalism, clearing houses, credit referencing, leveraging and cherry picking to ensure efficient and credible services to the Kenyan people. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Margaret Ruhlhoff, and I live in Darmstadt, Germany. I'm the initiator and coordinator of Azimio Europe and Scandinavian chapter. I'm supporting the Right Honorable Mr. Raila Amolo Odinga and Honorable Senior Counsel Martha Karua because I know that they have a good vision for Kenyans. This vision can provide an environment that can help Kenyans overcome the current high cost of living. Born and bred in Kenya, I don't come from a well-to-do family. However, growing up, most of our parents in the neighborhood could afford to feed their families without straining. At the moment, many families are struggling to put food on their tables. Children who cannot eat proper lunches because it's the chai that was made in the morning that is being declared as lunch, and they are faced with malnutrition and developmental problems. As a mother of 2 children, it is hard coping with the fact that many children in Kenya are currently severely affected by the high cost of living in Kenya. Living in Germany, a country that provides social protection to its citizens, my heart really bleeds for the majority of Kenyan citizens who are currently affected by the cost of living. Baba, as someone who has lived in Germany, understands the benefits of social protection and will, together with our power lady, Honorable Senior Counsel Martha Karua, who is a very well-known for reforms, will ensure that they create an enabling environment that will help Kenyans navigate out the current high cost of living situation. For this reason, I urge all of you to go out on the 9th August 2022 and vote for Baba and Mama. Inawezekana. The diaspora is strongly behind Baba and Mama, and so is our EU and Scandinavian team. I wanted to introduce Professor Serone, but he has actually already spoken. Professor Serone is a Nandi living in Germany. And now our next speaker is going to be Peter Ongolo from Sweden. Karibu, Peter. Over to you, Engineer Kibwato.
Right Honorable former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga and Honorable Martha Wangare Karua, former Minister of Constitution.
Hello, my name is Peter Ngolo from Siaya County. I live and work as a college teacher in Stockholm, Sweden. And I would like to talk about healthcare in Kenya. Have you ever had a grandparent, a parent, brother, sister, relative, or a friend who has suddenly fallen sick or has a chronic illness and has to be hospital informed. They have a hospital bill in hundreds, thousands, or even millions of Kenya shillings that they are unable to pay, and then you are added to a WhatsApp group to raise funds for them. Even the rich in Kenya are not spared. During the COVID pandemic, they were forced system in Kenya unless there is a change. Kenyan families cannot afford being sick because their families become bankrupt if a member of the family falls sick or private insurance cover. This NHIF often does not cover fully inpatient and outpatients. Private insurance is often very expensive and do not guarantee payment of hospital bills in full. Such a broken system is not just unacceptable, but unjust, unfair, and must be urgently fixed. The Kenyan government has made commitments to achieve UN's universal health coverage by 2030 as part of the Sustainable Development Goals. We must do it. Kenya has a healthcare system that needs to be addressed as an infrastructure problem for the good of all Kenyans, rather than as a business enterprise. Private hospitals in Kenya. Baba and Martha, the Azimio la Umoja, One Kenya Alliance, are the only ones who have addressed this problem and pledged that they will tackle means upscaling universal health coverage to universal health care. Simply means three things. 3 A's. Accessibility, done in developing countries. Baba and Mama can do it. Let us let them do it by electing them. Will Durant said, the health of nations is more important than the wealth of nations. Let us help Baba and Mama so that they get to do this for us. God bless Baba and Martha. God bless our country, Kenya. Thank you.
You know, they link you, they can't hear. Yeah.
Okay, naam, bado tunaletea matangazo haya moja kwa moja kutoka hapa mjini Garissa kwenye kaunti la Garissa. Na Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga ambaye tayari ameshatoka pamoja na kiongozi Mheshimiwa Martha Wangari Karua walikuwa hapa na wamejibu maswali ya wananchi wa Kenya ambao wanaishi kule ughaibuni. Kwa lile swali la ufisadi, Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga alimwachia Mheshimiwa Martha Karua ili kujibu hayo maswali. Na vile vile kwa lile linalosemekana kwamba ni ukosefu wa ajira katika taifa la Kenya, Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga pia vile vile amezungumza na wananchi ambao wako kule ughaibuni na akawaahidi kwamba atakaponyakua mamlaka, ikiwa atanyakua mamlaka tarehe 9 mwezi Agosti mwaka huu, ni mambo ambayo yeye mwenyewe Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga atapambana na atafanya juu chini ili wananchi ambao hawajafaulu kuajiriwa angalau wapate kazi kwenye serikali yake. Na pia vile vile mambo ya mashamba, Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga pia vile vile ameweza kuyazungumzia na amezungumza pamoja na naibu wake Mheshimiwa Martha Wangari Karua. Na hivi sasa bado tuko hapa katika mji wa Garissa tukiwaletea matangazo haya moja kwa moja kwa runinga uipendayo ya KDR. Kwa Koros.
Asante sana Omar Musa, shukran. Tumemsikiza hapo baba na Martha na ndugu Shabal kutoka Mombasa, na Nadhif, wote wakituhimiza na wamesikia mambo ambayo tumewaelezea kutoka hapa diaspora. Mengi tutaweka kwenye document na tutapeana kwa new administration, ikiwa ni mambo ya corruption. Manake sisi tukiwa hapa diaspora, baba amezungumza kuwa our contribution is about 4% to the GDP, lakini unapata kila mwezi kuna karibu bilioni 40 ambazo zinapelekwa nyumbani. Hizi pesa ambazo zinapelekwa nyumbani ni za nini? Ni kusaidia mama na baba ama ndugu zetu wagonjwa, walemavu, vitu kidogo kidogo. But this needs to be invested in a constructive way, ambapo kwamba ikiwa sisi tukiwa hapa diaspora tutaweza kuongeza lile pato letu tunalotuma nyumbani, to say about 15%, 15%, zile pesa ambazo zinakwenda juu ya zaidi ya kusaidia jamii itakwenda strictly for investments, itakwenda kwa opportunities, ambapo ndugu yetu Shabal hata tayari ameanza ile process ya kuanzisha benki. So sisi tunawashukuru, nadhania tutaendelea kuhimizana kuwa hiyo tarehe 9 tusikose. Wewe ikiwa una ndugu yako, ikiwa una basi, ukiwa una pesa kidogo, mtumie yule jamaa yako ambaye yuko nyumbani, ama sisi tukiwa hapa kwenye diaspora tuhakikishe kuwa siku hiyo tunapiga kura. Mara nyingi nimeona kura nyumbani, mtu anasema kura yangu it doesn't count. Hapana, kila kura counts. Na baba ikiwa tunataka tumuingize ili tupate mabadiliko na maendeleo tunayohitaji, lazima tuchukue ile kura tuitumbukize kule ndani na isiwe spoiled. Maana ikiwa hutaweka ile X yako mahali panapohitajika, basi huenda ikaharibika. Na sisi tunataka baba na Martha wapate zile instruments of power hiyo tarehe 9. Wasiende kwenye mchujo. Wakienda kwenye mchujo, ile round ya pili hatujui ni nini ambacho kinaweza kufanyika. Kwa hayo machache, nataka nimkaribishe mwenzangu ambaye yuko kule Ujerumani, Margaret. Karibu Margaret.
It is a huge problem. Unajua ungekuwa unazima hii notification.
Notification.
Kuna vile ya kuzima notification. WhatsApp notification. Enda kwa
Like the one I showed you. Every day you learn.
Enda kwa
Niteremshe.
enda kwa security.
Tana
enda WhatsApp. Enda chini kabisa. Mali utaona WhatsApp.
Ambassador Shidie, tunakungoja uongee lakini hauongei. Ambassador Shidie, uko live. Tafadhali. Toa speech yako Ambassador.
Niko live sasa. Thank you so much. I think I have a bit of challenge here, but let me speak first. I'm also not in a good place. But nonetheless, I would like to take this opportunity from the very onset to thank Right Honorable Raila Odinga, the incoming 5th President of the Republic of Kenya, and Her Excellency Madam Mother Wangari Maathai. We in the diaspora, wherever we are, we have one duty as Kenyans. Our duty at this time and at this hour is to make sure that we support wholeheartedly these two distinguished leaders who will change the face of Kenya. As you are aware, we have two duos who are credible leaders who have taken part in the second liberation of Kenya and going forward to the third liberation, which is the economic liberation. Raila Odinga, and good governance. And we believe that he has a lot in stock for us to change the face of Kenya. He is a Pan-Africanist, he's a leader, an astute leader, a man we respect, a man who understands the needs of Kenya. As you are aware, the economy is not doing well because of global problem, the COVID problem, the Ukraine-Russian war. All those things are very critical issues that really affects our economy. But Kenya is a great country. Kenya has three things. Kenya has smart people, very smart people who have been, eking out their livings and very industrious. And secondly, Kenya is strategically located and it's a hub for Eastern Central Africa. It's a place where you can do business very well. The business environment is very good. And thirdly, more fundamental, is we have an open society, a society which is has one of the democratic space also that allows foreigners to thrive very well, investors to come in. This is the advantage I have. Kenya doesn't have a mineral. This is what propels our economy. So you cannot take peace for granted. You know very well that if we don't have peace, we will not be having a country. And because our economy is just a small economy rather, based on tax collection, if you get the wrong leader, you will get it wrong. And that's why Raila, with all the good credentials and the ability to yield, the ability to accept, to take a handshake, the ability to take punches, the ability to yield every other time and agree and move on. He yielded to Kibaki, he yielded to Uhuru Kenyatta, and he's a peacemaker in this region. He's an international figure. And these are the credentials that Kenyans need. A father figure, a guy who understands, who has dined with the kings, who has dined with a common man, a man who has reached all over globally and is a known figure. So we in the diaspora need from this government, because we are the 48th county in Kenya. We have 5 million diaspora out there who are immensely contributing to the economy of this country. We bring about 400 billion to this country. The remittance is the biggest foreign exchange earner. At the same time, the remittance is bigger than what we earn from coffee, tea, pyrethrum, tourism together. So, but unfortunately, we don't have a representation in the government. We don't have an institution that takes care of the interest of the diaspora. And that's why we in the diaspora must leverage on that one and ask the government, look, we need a ministry to be in charge of the diaspora. We need a state corporation to be in charge of the diaspora. We need an agency to be in charge of the diaspora. We need the diaspora investment whereby all our interests are catered for. We cannot continue with a loose arrangement that we have a small department in a ministry or in an organization that loosely talks about the diaspora issue. The diaspora is something which is now part and parcel of Kenyan economy. And we support many families. We support our mothers, our fathers, our friends, our relatives, people in distress. We are one of the biggest investors in Nairobi, if you come, which is one of the biggest hub in Eastern Central Africa. The buildings, the capital injection has changed the face. And that's why we must have a ministry in charge of diaspora to make sure that Kenyans are placed in good international jobs, in good jobs all over. We have recently, there was nurses who are recruited, about 300 to UK. These numbers must be increased to America, to other parts of the world. And that's why Raila Odinga comes in as an international figure, a man who is exposed, a man who has friends all over, a man who we depend on him, a man we respect. This is his moment. This is our moment too also. So I believe that we in the diaspora can contribute immensely in the economy of this country, and we must fight for our space also. A space in parliament, a space in the executive, and even a space in judiciary. If we have guys who are jurists there, who are well learned, they must be judges in Kenya, so that they support the cause of the diaspora. I remember very well vividly in 1990 or around 2000, I brought the first motion to the House, and I sponsored a motion in the House for dual citizenship. And I remember Shemo Chodha even seconded me. Fast forward in the constitutional dispensation in 2010, that has been now part and parcel in the Constitution Act and has been accepted. And the voting rights is not yet, although it is there, but many of us cannot vote because we have only very few missions which provide voting because of the, I think technical problems or infrastructural problems from IEBC. This thing has to change. We have 5 million out there who can change. Our population is more than the Nairobi County, and we contribute more to the economy than Nairobi County. This is the real situation, and this is what we need. The next government led by Raila Odinga to understand that we cannot be washed away. This is the situation. We wholeheartedly support the government, and we are here to support. And I thank everybody who globally, wherever he is, to pick a call and say, look, this is the man we can trust in the next Kenya. This is the man who can bring the economy up. This is the man who can help the small man. This is the man, because the critical issue in Kenya at the moment is that we have huge unemployment. And unemployment can be improved with thinking loud, thinking out of the box. This is the real situation. And we say that Raila Odinga Tosha, and we have to support him. I believe this is the right moment. Thank you very much, Chairman. I also have my chairman, Toma Tonga, who has been the global coordinator. We stay in a small country, but nonetheless, we are very strong. We have professionals who are in Botswana, about 3,000, and they are really engaged in helping the Kenyans out there. Also, where we are domiciled, we support the economy of Botswana in both ways, in tandem with what they need and what Kenyans need. Thank you so much, and I believe this is our moment. We must support our president. Thank you so much. I rest my case.
And to 2017, we lost it. But at this particular moment, the Lord has presented us once more again a chance to liberate Kenya. The third economic liberation is coming, and let's get it done now. With me is a team from Minnesota that has been here with the engineer Kebuato as he's working through the progress of this program. I will not take much time because I know there are very many people around the globe who will want to say something. So I'm just going to give them 1 second to introduce themselves and just say hi to you, na wawaambie kwamba inawezekana. Wakati huu ni wetu wanamgambo wa Azimio, tuende mbio kabisa to make sure baba yuko State House. I have somebody here from my right who has been here since morning. This is the team that I've been working with in Minnesota who have been here. They have been sleeping here since 6 o'clock in the morning just to say hi and say just a word, and then we'll move to the other people in around the world. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Dr. John Makori, the Azimio Minnesota chapter chair. Thank you. Here I have my vice chair who will just say a word and wave to the congregation.
Hey, my name's Samuel Nyandoro. I'm the vice chair, and I'm the Azimio Minnesota champion. We've been working hard to make sure that it's a success. All I know is that Kenya is in good hands with the two that is Baba and Mother. I don't think we have any other issue with the other side. The other side is just I would say they're chasers. They are chasing us, and it's a good thing to chase us so that we are able, to move faster. Other than that, we are winning this thing all the way. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Without taking much time, Mbati.
Let me introduce myself.
Diaspora, thank you for finding time out of your very busy schedule to come and share your vision for Kenya with the diaspora. Your presence here this evening, together with that of your running mate, demonstrates your recognition of diaspora as an important constituency in Kenya's body politic, and your commitment to listening to the voices of all Kenyans in this election, regardless of race, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, and place of residence. Indeed, you are no stranger to the diaspora. You were once a member of this community, and unlike other politicians, you have, over the last several decades, continuously engaged with us, even outside of election cycles. You have been a great advocate for diaspora issues, and thanks to your efforts, we now have dual citizenship and the right to vote enshrined in the 2010 Constitution. As diaspora, we wholeheartedly support Your Excellency, our friend, Madam Deputy President, and the Azimio Coalition Party to ensure victory on August 9. We have different groups in the diaspora which have embarked on various campaign initiatives. All the groups are working as Azimio advocates and ambassadors to spread the Azimio message of unity and influence the minds of Kenyans at home through formal and informal networks with family, friends, and the media. We also have groups working with candidates at lower levels to ensure we have a majority of Azimio MPs, women representatives, senators, governors, and MCAs. There are groups working with community-based organizations on get out the vote efforts to ensure a high voter turnout on election day. Again, we still have groups working with civil society organizations on election observation and training of poll agents to ensure vote protection and a clean election. Finally, we have groups which have plans to work with the Azimio Presidential Secretariat on adopt a polling station initiative, particularly in certain battleground counties, to ensure that our agents have adequate resources and the tools they need to do their job on election day. My role as co-leader of the Azimio Diaspora election team, together with Ali, is to help unite all these efforts and help coordinate all the initiatives to avoid duplication of efforts and to liaise with the Secretariat to direct our limited resources and capacity where they are needed the most. Our goal is to make a meaningful impact in this election, and we are not going to rest until we have my learned friend and senior counsel, the Honorable Martha Karua, elected as Kenya's first female Madam Deputy President, and Your Excellency as the 5th President of the Republic of Kenya. Thank you very much, and God bless Kenya.
The leading lights of Azimio la Umoja Kenya team. My name is Rosemary Musumba from Budalangi Sub-County in Busia District, but I reside in Manhattan City, New York City. Allow me to speak briefly about the merits of creating a diaspora cabinet position and expanding the diaspora voting rights to make it easier for all of us to fully contribute to Kenya's democracy. The Central Bank of Kenya in 2021 stated that a remittance survey indicated that the diaspora inflows to Kenya had increased tenfold in a period of 15 years, reaching an all-time record of 3,718 million in 2021. This phenomenal growth points to the importance of remittance as a source of foreign exchange to our country. It is equivalent to more than 3% of Kenya's GDP. It is therefore well known that the remittances have provided to livelihood supporting vulnerable households in Kenya, contributing to basic needs such as food, education, healthcare, just to mention a few. A diaspora ministry would therefore facilitate this access even more, create more incentive opportunities in Kenya, and sound usage of the remittances received. We have the template on how this can be done. Details can be ironed out and put in a document and shared with the new administration. With an encouraging incentive to increase these remittances to about 15%, funds can be directed to secure more investments. And with the incoming administration, I think this can be achieved only through a fully fledged CS responsible for diaspora affairs as opposed to a Ministry of Foreign Affairs with a clear policy and mandate. I thank you.
Fraternity. My name is Patrick Odeng from Botswana. Several issues are of concern. First is getting documents, IDs and passports for Kenyans who either come of age or are born in the diaspora. Can this process be made faster and more efficient for us? Next issue is money transfer. As you're all aware, the diaspora contributes quite significantly to the Kenyan economy through money transfers. I believe there can be more transfers if the process was streamlined and made easier for us. Next item is corruption, the elephant in the room. We Kenyans, if I speak on my personal experience in Botswana, there's very little corruption, if any, in Botswana. And it's a beautiful country to work in because things work without having to get involved in corrupt acts. I believe we can also have corruption eliminated in Kenya, and that will make things better for us. And some of us might actually go back home to engage in development of our country. Next item, in the Azimio rallies, you mentioned that Azimio wants partners, not followers. We in the diaspora, I particularly would be quite happy to partner with Azimio in the next government to fulfill our mutual goals of developing our country. Finally, I would request that once our incoming president and deputy president take office, they establish a diaspora office which will deal with issues affecting diaspora, things like contracts and bilateral agreements country to country. Some of us have individual contracts with our employers, and some of these contracts do not really favor us. The case of the Middle East is in the public domain. It's unfortunate, it's very sad, but some of us are also suffering in our own ways where we are. The government could get involved so that whenever Kenyans sign a contract outside, there's a government input to make sure that the contract is favorable to the Kenyan. Thank you and have a good evening.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, on this beautiful Sunday evening. My name is Peter Maura Joa. I am a member of Azimio la Umoja, Southern Africa. I'm based in Botswana. I love Azimio. I want to say that the incoming team of Honorable Raila Odinga and Honorable Mother Karua is really what our nation needs. It is creating a euphoria only reminiscent in 2002 when we elected Honorable Mwai Kibaki. May God bless his soul as the second president of the Republic of Kenya. I hope by the end of July this year, the same hope, the same dream will be awakened in the Kenyan people, both at home and in the diaspora. With them, I believe the deep wounds of persecution and anger perpetuated by the now infamous dynasty versus hustler narrative will begin to heal. I truly dream. I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever that the three heroes our first president, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, talked about being poverty, ignorance, and disease, together with the two more added in the last couple of years, mainly tribalism and corruption, will be dealt a deadly blow by this formidable team. Azimio la Umoja is the best call ever made in the recent past. This is because Alua will be a brother, Amkala will be a sister, and Amasai will be a son or a daughter. Our Udugu will come back led by this beautiful team that we, the people, back at home in Kenya and in the diaspora, will vote for. Our needs as diasporians will be addressed truthfully once and for all. Thank you. Azimio inawezekana.
My name is Alice Nganga and I'm speaking from Cairo, Egypt. I'm a supporter of Azimio la Umoja party, and also I support the 10 points agenda, the Baba's 10-point agenda in the manifesto. Why I would like to touch something like, there's need. Actually, in every country, we know that youth, they matter a lot in every country. And when I saw the Inawezekana, hashtag Inawezekana agenda, I was very happy because I see that our youth now, they will have, they will have their voice heard, and also they will have a platform, to air their views, and they will access many facilities, education, and especially the extra skills. It doesn't matter whether somebody was unlucky to go up to the university, or it doesn't matter if somebody has gone to the university and is unemployed. There is this Inawezekana agenda. I know it is going to look upon the, it will going to look the welfare of the youth as a whole. And I want to believe, and I believe that, and it's my expectation also, that this Inawezekana agenda, it will cater.
Azimio One Kenya Alliance, Uganda chapter. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Vincent Ondif. I coordinate the Ugandan activities. Well, it is estimated that we have about 40,000 Kenyans in diaspora in Uganda, probably the largest population of Kenyans besides the United States of America. Yeah, with over 3,000 to 4,000 voters voting in Uganda, while the rest will be crossing over the border to vote across back in Kenya. From our conversations, majority 80%, definitely we are in blue, and that is Azimio. Now, this is due to the 10-point agenda that you clearly launched, recently in your manifesto, which one, was to fight endemic corruption and tribalism that has eaten into our very fabric of statecraft for a long time. 2, the one county, one product agenda. 3, manufacturing as a driver to the economic revolution. 4, the promised support for women to fully get involved in economic and social, political engagement. 5, the promise of healthcare, under the Baba Care program. 6, the rightful access to education for all, among the many others. We as Kenyans in Uganda will mobilize ourselves. We already have done so to fully support Azimio agenda, because we believe this is what Kenya has always yearned for, but never got. Azimio inawezekana.
My name is Edwin Bagonko. I'm a practicing physician here
in the United States. I'd like to provide a brief commentary on the Azimio la Umoja Plan for Health for All in Kenya. They have made a commitment to universal quality healthcare for all in what is described as Baba Care. Looking at some of the elements of this plan, Azimio la Umoja looks to provide some workforce development, including empowering community health workers so we can achieve some level of healthcare at the last mile. They seek to promote local capacity building by ensuring that we have additional manufacturing capacity, especially around the commodities we use for everyday care in the hospitals and clinics, essential drugs manufacturing, and to lessen the burden of very complicated supply chains that come from Asia and other places that delay the level of care that we provide our citizens. Also, a commitment towards preventive and promotive healthcare, creating value through affordable care, including free primary care, and trying to make sure that healthcare delivery points are close to the people. They are committing to increasing and growing the healthcare infrastructure, focusing on preventive and promotive healthcare, and growing the infrastructure to support this, creating value through affordable care, including free primary care, and making sure healthcare delivery points are close to the people. They are also proposing extending coverage to retired civil servants so that they can continue to receive free care at the government cost when they have retired from service. Focus on social determinants of health. There is also a focus on food and nutrition safety, provision of safe water, and affordable housing. Too many people are faced with catastrophic payments when they fall ill. In fact, 97 million of them every year on the African continent, out of which 15 million are pushed into extreme poverty. Why? Because of unaffordable out-of-pocket costs. What do they trade off? They sell their prized cow, denying their family access to milk. They sell their land, taking away from the legacy of their ancestral land. And sometimes they sell food. What does this mean? It means selling the prized cow, denying the family access to simple protein via milk. They have to sell land, nothing to pass on to the younger generation. And sometimes a hard-hand harvest has to be let go so that they can pay for healthcare for their loved ones. Financing healthcare as we know it is a crucial piece of how we achieve universal healthcare. I am proposing that we consider making private wings within our government hospitals the bedrock of how we subsidize financing of healthcare. Our doctors can make additional contributions to the care of patients if they can also be allowed to care for private paying patients at a subsidized rate. Is about harnessing the role and power of the diaspora. For example, the diaspora remittance to the country of Kenya from the United States is close to $3.5 billion a year. And if you add other countries, we're heading by 2025 to close to $5 billion a year. A very large percentage of that is to pay for healthcare. We should allow for development of more digital products so that those who are investing in the care of their loved ones can participate in their care in a transparent manner so that they don't pay for care that's not delivered. Can we create access via digital products, via a solid policy on digital health, including telemedicine, so that they can participate in the care of their loved ones by making sure they get the right care from the right people at the right time? In conclusion, Kenya needs a healthy workforce to achieve the ambitious goal of double-digit economic growth as laid out in the Azimio la Umoja manifesto. We have to rationalize the cost of healthcare with adequate financing, as well as making sure that our citizens can afford care so that we can drive the country towards universal health care.
The remittances sent by Kenyans abroad, currently estimated at 41 billion shillings, not only serves as an economic buffer, but given the right... The remittances sent by Kenyans abroad, currently estimated at 41 billion shillings, not only serves as an economic buffer, but given the right political and policy environment, it can play a critical role in the third liberation of Kenya. But to unlock the full potentials of diasporas, political will holds the key to policy choices that recognize the position of diasporas. This informs their commitment to civic duty, civic participation, and transnational engagement that includes transfer of remittances for investment, transfer of skills and innovation. Diaspora remittances, given the right policy environment, can contribute to social transformation in Kenya. Inawezekana.
Right. I think we've come to the end of this rally. It's been a long one. My apologies, I had a bit of technical issues there. But I want to thank all of you, starting with our brothers and sisters back home in Kenya for attending this diaspora virtual rally. I want to thank the Kenyan diaspora in Africa, the Kenyan diaspora in America, the Kenyan diaspora in Europe, the Kenyan diaspora in Asia, as well as in Australia. I also want to thank our steering committee that put together this diaspora rally. We had a mobilization committee also chaired by my co-moderator, Mr. Bernard Carville, and then a technical committee chaired by our very able Mr. Kibwato in the US, and Mr. Patrick, I'm sure you are still back in Kenya. Excellent job, excellent teamwork, and we've learned a lot in this process. We are still affirming our diaspora support for Raila Odinga. People had better get used to him being the president come August. We think that is something that we are not even, we're very sure that Raila is going to win the election. We're doing all we can, and that will just happen. I want to also acknowledge our leaders, our two leaders, Ali in the UK and Mr. Otieno Mbok in the USA, which lead our diaspora group. I want to thank, of course, all the Azimio chapters around the world that helped us in the mobilization. As I said, we managed to reach 88 countries around the world. Of course, with the support of the Azimio chapters, with the support of the Azimio Secretariat. I can't forget Mr. Ben Agina, the entire team there, Mr. Dennis Onsarigo, everybody who has assisted us, Mrs. Mayo, you've just been so helpful, and we feel that we are part of this process of changing the future of our country. This has gone very well. We want to thank Baba. We know that he's been on a very rigorous campaign, very tiring, but he still had time to come and sit with us, with of course Mama Martha and all the other political leaders who came. So I want to thank also my team in Botswana. We have a very strong Azimio team here. My chairman is called Steve Karaoke, and of course we get very good support from our able ambassador Mohammed Mukhtar Shidir. I think at this point I want to ask Engineer Kibwato if there's somebody who is lined up to give us a closing prayer. Bernard, if you still don't have anything to add, then we can just close this with a prayer. No, now it's time for news. We also want to catch up with what has happened on the political landscape today. Mr. Kebwato, do you have somebody to pray for us so that we close this rally? And again, thank you all and God bless you. Mr. Kebwato, please, let's have a closing prayer.
Again, I really want to take this opportunity, just like our global diaspora, global chair has said, to thank each one of you, nyote wa Kenya ambao kutana na sisi leo, pale baba alivyokuwa anazungumza na sisi na pia kutusikiza sisi zile statements ambazo tulikuwa tumetoa. La muhimu ni kwamba sisi ni Azimio tukiwa hapa diaspora, na inataka tushikane mikono bega kwa bega siku hiyo tarehe 9 Agosti. Tusisahau kupiga kura. Kama kura usipeane kwa mtu yoyote, manake this is your right. Unataka Kenya inayoendelea ama Kenya ambayo itarudi nyuma? Hayo ni maswali ambayo baba na Martha Karua wametuuliza. Mkiangalia hasa zile statements ambazo Martha amezisema, mambo ya ufisadi, anasema kuna instruments in place ambazo zinaweza kupambana na ufisadi. Lakini ufisadi, sisi tukitaka kupambana na ufisadi, inaanza na sisi wenyewe. Tukiwa kuna jambo ambalo tunaona ambalo hatufurahii, we have the people's power. So nataka kusema kuwa hii ilikuwa ni rally ya kwanza ya diaspora, na hata tukiita diaspora, nyinyi mko nyumbani, tuko hapa. Diaspora, unajua timu nyingine anasema ikiwa umetoka Budalangi kama kwetu na unaishi Eldoret, unaishi Nakuru, unaishi Mombasa, tayari pia ni diaspora. So tushikane mikono bega kwa bega, ujaribu kuzungumza na jirani yako, hata kama si mtu wa Azimio, umlete upande wetu, manake sote tukishika hii kamba ili tumuingize baba na Martha State House tarehe 9. Kama nilivyowaomba, tusiende kwenye mchujo. Ikiwa tutakwenda round 2 itakuwa tena ni ngoma nyingine. Lakini kwa hapa kwa sasa nataka kuwashukuru nyote ambao you are able to tune in. Manake hata mkiwa kule nyumbani, mimi najua, manake ni Mkenya. Bundles imechukua almost karibu 3 hours. Global chair hapo amewashukuru, na mimi pia nataka kuwashukuru zaidi na kusisitiza kuwa tuko pamoja, tufanye mabadiliko, tulete watu wapya. Baba hajawahi kupata instrument of power. Tunataka tumpatie instrument of power tarehe 9, aanze kazi na tuone yale mabadiliko ambayo ataleta, na mimi naamini kuwa Mungu atamuweka, atampatia afya njema yeye wakiwa na Martha, na nyote tuendelee kumwombea. Wao ni wacha Mungu na sote tunajua kuwa we have no control over that, but we can make a difference hiyo tarehe 9. Sina la ziada bali ni kuwashukuru sana sana. Kwa majina kama nilivyosema, naitwa Rosemary Musumba, natoka Budalangi, Busia County, lakini naishi wapi? New York. Asanteni. Saa hizi tunaomba kupata mtu wa kutuombea ili tuweze kufunga hichi kikao. Shukran.
The 5th President of the Republic of Kenya, Raila Amolo Odinga, and Martha Karua. My name is Wycliffe Ochieng Adero, and I represent Azimio la Umoja Qatar chapter. Now, my people, my fellow Kenyans, the main reason why I want us to vote Raila Amolo Odinga is one of the agendas that he has given us, and that one is about the creation of job. Raila Amolo Odinga is someone who has people at heart. And I believe that when we vote Raila Amolo Odinga on 9th August, there is going to be creation of industries. I believe that when industries are created, most of the youths who are jobless, they will get opportunity to be employed. The second thing about Raila, if elected, I believe that the government institutions, when they are hiring people to be employed, there is not going to be nepotism. There is a good example of a learning institution whereby when the audit was carried out, the names were just from the specific community. And I believe that Raila Amolo Odinga is someone that when elected, all people will get equal opportunity. And you can see with
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. Kwa jina la Mwenyezi Mungu tunamuomba neema zake zote. Leo tunamwombea dua rais wetu wa tano wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, mzee baba Raila Amolo Odinga. Tunakuombea Mwenyezi Mungu akuhafidhi kabisa katika mazingara huko ndani yake leo. Tunaomba ushindi wako ikuje mapema sana. Tunakuombea Mwenyezi Mungu shari zote ziko karibu zako zikwende mbali. Na Mungu aepishe mbali na wewe na wafazi wako wote. Tunaombea Jamhuri yetu ya Kenya na rais wetu pia wa Kenya, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, pia Mungu amhafidhi, ampe neema zake pale alipo. Azimio la umoja ni timu, Mwenyezi Mungu nataka aibariki, na tunamwombea Mungu aibariki kabisa insha Allah, na Mungu ataibariki kwa neema zake. Macho zote mabaya Mwenyezi Mungu aipishe mbali na mzee Raila Amolo Odinga. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mimi naitwa Rashid Nur Muhammad. Azimio, Mungu aibariki.